Today's video is all about how to love yourself. And as a coach and healer, I've worked with hundreds of people over the years going on that journey of moving from not being able to love self to being able to love self. It's not an easy journey. And that's why I describe it as a practice. We practice self-love. The first thing to do, therefore, is to start your practice. It can be as simple as the first time you see yourself in the mirror in the morning, saying to yourself, I love you. And for some people, I know as you hear that and imagine doing that, it's going to make your skin crawl. It's going to feel like a lot of resistance is coming up. And when you first try and do it, you might not even be able to. And that's why it's a practice. I know so many people who have that reaction at the beginning and have worked through it to the point that they can now say, I love myself. And it feels so good. The fact that they can look back on that previous version of themselves where they had all of that resistance and couldn't say those words, the moment when you're able to say them to yourself and able to believe them for yourself and to feel it for yourself is a big moment. So start a practice, even if it feels hard. Make it a commitment to attempt to say I love you in the mirror every morning. See where it takes you. The second thing, as part of this practice, is to notice all of the barriers that there are to self-love in your inner world. So what I mean by that is, as we go into this practice, all sorts of different things might come up. Reasons why we can't love ourselves. Voices that we've heard from our past, from other people in our lives who've put us down, who've said that we're unworthy, that we're not lovable. All these barriers might start to arise. And sometimes, if this is big and deep work for you, you may want to do that with someone else, possibly even a professional helping you through those stages, because it can be deep work and it can be really difficult to work through on your own. But if it feels okay, gradually allowing those things to surface up and to be met by your own heart and your own truth, which is this, I'm practicing self-love. So you may not be able to say the words, I love myself yet, but you might be able to say the words, I'm practicing self-love. So as you hear these different words and phrases come up, the tools that we've got with us are forgiveness. Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. We've got compassion for self, compassion for others, and we've got love. And those three things are enough to start to do the work of healing and dissolving some of those barriers. So over time you might notice there's less and less resistance to the practice. And the third is to remember to start where you are. It sometimes feels like we can't start because the starting point is feeling really uncomfortable. But that is the starting point. There isn't going to be a different starting point. In order to get through anything which is more loving, we have to go through those shadow stages. We have to walk through the mud in order to get towards the light, if I can put it that way. So I really encourage you to start. Allow it to be uncomfortable. Gather the friends or people around you that you need to make it feel safe, and see what happens on your journey. But self-love is possible. It's very possible to go from not loving oneself to loving oneself over a period of time. That door is not closed for you. So I wish you well on your self-love journey. If you'd like to talk to me about working with me one-to-one as a coach, do DM me today. Thanks for watching.